Okay, so this is all the books that I read in August and September because I never filmed an August wrap up. And honestly, I did film it, but I never got to editing it. And by the time I was going to edit and upload it, it was the end of September. And I was like, I might as well wait a week and double up and do August and September and do it in one whole video. Because I didn't want to post my August wrap up at the beginning of October basically, and then have to film the September one and film and edit and upload it. So we're gonna start now and we're gonna do both of them. So I'm gonna start with the books I read in August. So let's get started. Okay, so I actually started off the month of August on probably the best note, and it kind of damned me for the rest of the month. I read When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker, and this is the first book in the Moonfall series. Guys, when I tell you I ate this book up, it was so good. I didn't want to put it down. I'm actually really mad at myself because I did not tab. I think I loosely annotated, like here we go. I don't know if you can see it, but I underlined things and I made annotations. I just didn't pick tabs out and tab said annotations. And I'm kind of mad at myself about it, and I don't know if I'm going to go back and actually put tabs into the spots that I annotated. But 5 stars, nothing could compare to this book. When I tell you the rest of the month was a struggle, because this book just invoked so many feelings in me, and I was so emotionally attached. And I finished it, and I was like jaw on the floor. Couldn't believe what I read, like needed the next one immediately, and of course it doesn't come out for a whole other year. So I'm gonna be thinking about this book and the sequel for a whole year, and when the sequel comes out, you best believe I'll be the first person running to the bookstore to get it. So I started off really strong, and it was hard to come back from this because it was so good. So this is book 1. Okay, so the next book I read was Cross the Line by Simone Soltani. This is an F1 brother's best friend romance, and it just didn't hit. I don't know what about it. I was not feeling it. I only rated it a 3. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great either. All this buildup of being like, oh, we can't be together because your brother's gonna kill me, just for the brother to like not really care at the end, was a little disappointing. You know, I wanted like the big fight to break out, and that didn't happen. Does that make me toxic? I don't know, but I rated this a 3. Okay, so the next book was one of my first buddy reads with my friend Ava. So we decided to buddy read Dishonestly Yours by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This is the first book in their, I think, like Webs We Weave. That's kind of like a tongue twister. Oh, whatever. This new series, it's about like a con artist family. So this one's con artist. It's also brother's best friend. But I liked the tension. Or it's actually not brother's best friend. It's best friend's brother. So it's a little different. But I rated it a 3.5. Honestly, it took me a really long time to get into this book. And by the time I was like invested, it was like over. Then I was like, okay. So it kind of fell short for me. But Krista and Becca Ritchie are kind of known for, I feel like, these complex like romance series. So the first ones are kind of always just like and then like the plot builds. So the things I liked about this book, because I don't like to talk negatively, let's talk positive here. Things I liked, I loved the banter and like the tension between Rocky and Phoebe. It was great. And I also liked the plot twist at the end. So like now I'm intrigued for the next one. I just wish there was kind of like more throughout the whole, you know? Okay. And then the next books, I'm gonna say. So I started the Plated Prisoner series by Raven Kennedy. So I'm gonna kind of run you through it. And the reason is me and Ava decided to redeem ourselves because I didn't like Dishonestly Yours that much. So we were like, ooh, let's redeem ourselves. Let's buddy read a fantasy series. So we buddy read read, honestly, the whole series. So we obviously started with Guild, which is the first one. And let me just say, this book, not it. It didn't really do it for me, okay? But the rest of the series gets progressively better. So like, you really have to get through this, because when I tell you, this is what, 300 pages of a whole lot of nothing, but it gets better. So disclaimer, if you will. So I rated Guild a 2.5. It was low. It was real low. Danae, why did you continue wanting to read it? Because I know that with something as big, if it's like a 6-book series, it's gonna get better. Sometimes you just gotta wait, especially in fantasy. You have to be patient and you gotta keep going. You gotta push through, at least to the second one. So Guild, 2.5, okay. Glint, book 2, we went up a whole star. So we rated this one a 3.5. And if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my ratings, okay? Book 3, Gleam. This is where it's at for me. This really did it for me. So I rated Gleam a 4, okay? Look at all my tabs. This one was really where it kind of like shifted for me, and I was like, I love this, okay? So Gleam is where it's at. So get to Gleam, and if you don't like Gleam and you decide to stop after that, then that's fine. But you gotta get to Gleam at least, and you gotta read Gleam, because this book just, it hits different, okay? Okay, and then book 4 is Glow. I also rated Glow a 4. I don't remember much about this, honestly. It's been a long time since I read this, but still great, still good. The plot keeps thickening, if you will, keeps going, keeps moving, okay? And then book 5. There's actually 6. I am currently reading book 6 right now, so this will not be in this month's wrap up because I'm not done with it. But book 5 is Gold, okay? A lot of G's here. You gotta keep track of them, okay? A lot of G's. Gold, I also rated a 4, and the ending of this one had me sick. I read it, I think, a few weeks before book 5 or book 6 came out, because book 6 came out at the end of September, for those of you who don't know. And I was waiting so patiently for Goldfinch. And I'm currently reading Goldfinch, and I'm loving it. So you will get my rating for that in my October wrap up. But for now, I'll tell you Goldfinch is great. And then, like I said, I finished Gold a few weeks before Goldfinch came out. In a perfect world, I would have read Goldfinch, finished it for you, and given you my rating. But that didn't happen. So then I read Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver, because this was released and I had to wait because I was in the middle of Play the Prisoner. So I rated Wild Eyes a 5. Weston Belmont. Honestly, I didn't think anything was going to get better than Ford Grant. I swear, Elsie is having a competition like with herself, and she's like, how do I write the best MMC? And I swear, she just tops herself every time. So Weston Belmont, I love you. 5 stars for you. The last book, sadly, is Daydream by Hannah Grace. I would love to tell you that I rated this book above a 3. Sadly, that did not happen. It's a 2 for me. I don't know what happened. I don't know where the plot of the book is. I don't know what the plot of the book is. There wasn't one, first of all. Second of all, I thought it was just very, I don't like to use the word boring, but it was boring. And I mean, I loved Henry and I loved Hallie. I think they're like cute together, but like nothing happened. Nothing happened. Sadly, it's a 2 in my book. And that is all the books that I read in August and September. So I really hope you guys enjoyed, because I've been stockpiling that for a while for you. So bye.